Hello everybody and welcome back to week 6 of the Oswego Dynasty as we are in Eugene, Oregon, as we are going to be taking on the Oregon Ducks. This is a top 10 team in the country and another team that is fighting for returning back to the national championship game that they went to last year, losing to Ohio State. Now, they are also projected to, again, finish in the top of the Pac-12 of their division and expected to play USC again, as they did last year, fighting for that national championship spot. This team is full of offensive capability. They've got a fantastic running back and an even better quarterback at their helm. This is going to be, of course, a challenge for us to face. And we're going to be doing it again without Timmy Flanagan, who is still out with his upper body strain. So we will still be having Abdul Pace, Marcelo Mobley, and our emergency QB, Bryson Hill, in the game to try and push our offense into doing something. Now, this team, not only do they have the speed on the offensive side of the ball, but they have speed at the quarterback position and the defensive position. This is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the nation, Ian Hyven, playing for the Ducks. So their defense also shown out to be incredibly fast and very difficult to be able to block because of that speed. So we will be seeing what we can do against the speed of this Oregon team and their skill positions and their skill star players and their NFL talent. So we will get this game underway as Oregon kicks that ball off to us after we lost the toss again on the season. And we will see that ball go through the end zone, and we will start from our own 25-yard line against this speedy Ducks team. And Abdul Pace is going to pitch that one to nobody, and Bridges is going to go and dive on the ball and pick that one up instead of scooping and scoring as there was nobody there. Not sure what Abdul Pace is seeing there as they went after Marcus Seals early and took him out of the play. Now it's up to the defense to try and stop Oregon, but with only 4 seconds gone, it is going to be difficult, and that burst of speed from Bucky Irving is going to be tough for us to match all game. Able to match it just a little bit there for an 8-yard gain, but that game, or as we tire, it will be harder to stop, and Oregon will start the game off hitting that horn as they go and score that touchdown to start the game off with a 7-0 lead already in the game after the Abdul Pace mistake. So now Oregon will kick that ball off. Bryson Hill's going to let that one go through the end zone. That was a debatable one, but decided to let that one go into the end zone. Abdul Pace now back to pass, and he is going to find nobody on that one, as that is an inaccurate pass in the dirt instead of finding the wide receiver cutting up the middle. This one is going to be a handoff to Obi Hopkins, and he's going to find a crease, and he will pick up 8 yards on the play. Very good pickup on that second down, needing to get that one and showing that. So now we've got Marcelo Mobley in the flex bone formation. He's going to keep this one, and he will take that one into the first down, and that is not a great sign for us already at the beginning of the game. He is going to be helped up on that one, but it is not looking too great. We will have to see what happens with him. So now Abdul Pace is going to keep this one instead of handing it off at the middle, and he will keep this one this time and pick up 5 yards on the rush instead of pitching it to a running back that is chilling on the ground after being tackled. So now Marcus Seals is going to receive this inside handoff on the third down, and that is going to be just short. That's something we talked about last week, is that we don't trust Abdul Pace on these third and longs, so trying to make the yardage smaller on these fourth downs, and he's going to toss that one to Devin Fontaine, and he will make the catch up the middle, picking up 19 yards, and more importantly, that was an accurate pass to a wide receiver that was able to hold on to the ball. Now Abdul Pace pitching that ball off to Marcus Seals, and he's got the lane and will take this one 19 yards as well, as we've got a drive already starting. Abdul Pace back to pass, and he's going to throw the ball away. He's had one good pass on the day, and that was not one of them. He needs to tighten that up. That is one of the things that has been very frustrating for our offense, is Abdul Pace's lack of accuracy. Now Obi Hopkins will pick up 6 yards to set up a nice, more manageable 4th down. And now Abdul Pace is going to fake the handoff to Marcus Seals. He's got a little time left, and he's just going to toss that one into the stands on 4th down, and that will be a turnover. Oregon will get the ball back, and that has been the story so far for this offense on the season, especially with Abdul Pace's the inaccurate passes. Hard part is, not sure if we've got another quarterback that can throw the ball better. So now Oregon will start the ball, and they will get a draw play with Bucky Irving, and that is a good wrap-up tackle on that one to stop a big burst of gain on that one. Draw plays have been our kryptonite, so that is a good stop. Now they've got Fisher going in motion, and Ian Ivan's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to beat Bernard Dawson. Franklin is not going to be caught. That is going to be a touchdown for the Oregon Ducks, wearing that horn again, as they are going to score very quickly again and will take a 14-0 lead already in this game on their 2 possessions. So now Oregon will kick this one off, and that one is going straight through the back of the end zone, and we will start the ball on our own 25-yard line again. So now they're going to fake the handoff on the inside, and Abdul Pace is going nowhere on that one. Wrapped up very quickly, losing 4 yards, scared to pitch the ball after the bad pitches he's had so far in the game. Abdul Pace back to pass, and he is going to find a Bryson Hill hitting that corner route as he holds on to the ball at the sideline, and more importantly, that was an accurate pass for Abdul Pace. Needed to happen on that one. So now we've got 1st down after that 1st down play on the 3rd down play, and Marcus Seals is going to receive that handoff, and he will pick up 5 yards, but he has taken a bit of a hit. We're going to have to hope and pray that he is okay, because we need him on our offense. Now Cortez is going to be the one coming into the backfield, and he will pick up 4 yards on that one as he replaces Marcus Seals as the running back. So now we've got a 3rd and manageable on this one, and Abdul Pace is going to keep this one. He'll pick up the 1st down, and he will slide down to save himself from unnecessary hits. So now we've got a 2nd down and 6, and Obi Hopkins is going to receive the handoff running into a lineman, but will pick up the 1st down after finding a hole after the good blocking on that one. So now setting up a 1st down. Abdul Pace still in the game, and he will play action pass, and not sure who he's throwing that ball to. He had the whip route open. He had the guy coming back on the curl open. Missed them both. Not sure what's going on there. Abdul Pace is going to keep this one, though, and he's going to dive for the 1st down. He's going to come up just short. That will set up a nice, manageable 3rd down for the Blizzards on this one. So now we've got 3rd down and 2, and Obi Hopkins is going to receive that handoff, and he will go and pick up that 1st down. Very good blocking by this offensive line on that one, as they created the space and pushing that defensive line into that 1st down territory so that it was easier for us. And now Thomas Mayo will receive the handoff, and he will pick up a good chunk of yards on the inside handoff, but that will be coming back for a holding on Blake Owens, our freshman center. So now we got 2nd down and 20 after that holding call, and Noah Sewell is going to go and meet the pass on that one from Abdul Pace. He's got some space, and he will be finally brought down from behind on that one after breaking free from a few tackles. But Noah Sewell reading the eyes of Abdul Pace and meeting the wide receiver where it was supposed to be, and getting a good return on top of it all after that. Very promising drive, but that is going to end in that turnover. Oregon will now start from their own 42-yard line. Ian Hyven, he's got the speed, and we're going to clamp him up on that one, and that will be a 2-yard rush from him. as we do not let him get to open space. He is dangerous when he is in open space. So now they will send the tight end in motion. Ian Hyven back to pass, and he is going to go find a out route from Dante Thornton. And now Ian Hyven is going to go back to pass on this one, and he is going to go find Dante Thornton on that one as well, as he picks up another first down for him, not needing to throw the ball very often from Ian Hyven so far. He will drop back to pass again, and he will find Ferguson on this one, and he, on a nice simple curl route, will pick up 15 yards on the play, and will be another first down as they continue to march this ball down the field. Bucky Irving is going to go find that little bit of crease there. There was very little crease to be able to be found on that one, but he finds it, and that will be another touchdown for the Oregon Ducks in front of our fans in the end zone there, and will take a 21-0 lead as we now have a chance to go and make a drive here. Abdul Pace is going to go and keep that one. He could have picked up a bit more, looked like it had a chance, but will only pick up 2 yards on that one. Abdul Pace now back to throw, and he's going to go find Cortez Jaquez, and that was a dangerous throw, but Cortez having his quarterbacks back and going up and making the catch on that one. That was a big play. Abdul Pace now back to throw, and another bad pass. It's the story of his games, is just bad passes after bad passes. And that was third down, so we will punt this ball away. Ooh, and as they come close to blocking that one. And now Oregon gets maybe a shot or two at the end zone with 9 seconds left. Looks like they're just going to concede to half, and Bucky Irving's going to find a big hole. And he's going to find blockers on that one. Nobody's going to catch him. Maybe Ian Hyven, the quarterback, he's got a chance to catch him. And it will be a touchdown. As you can see, that's why we don't want Ian Hyven in the open field. That speed is unmatched, but Bucky Irving's speed is even better. Touchdown for the Ducks as they take a 28-0 lead going into halftime. We've got some adjustments to make. And looking at from the athletic training staff, Marcelo Mobley is not going to be returning in this game and will be reevaluated for a more serious injury than we had hoped that it would be. So we might be seeing missing time from him in the next weeks. But looking at the stats so far, Oregon has only had the ball for a minute and a half, and they have scored 4 touchdowns. Their speed is very difficult for us to be able to stop. It has been a big problem. Knew it was going to be a problem going into the game, but it's crazy how fast their players actually are. Didn't expect that. Hopefully we can control the ball going into this second half and be able to get some positive notes out of this game. So we will be kicking the ball to hopefully ourselves on this one as we onside kick the second half, and that one is going to go to Hudson as he keeps the ball, and that will be a Oregon ball on this one, as they will now start in good field position, because especially with the speed that they have on the field, we did not want to kick that ball to anybody that could outrun us. We've already seen Evan Stewart do it. Oregon could easily do it. So now Bucky Irving is going to keep this one, and he will take 5 yards on the play as he is caught by Schaefer on that one, the strong safety. So now we got second down and 5. Ian Hyven, little time on that one, and he's going to just dump that one down to Maurice Fisher as he picks up 2 yards on the play on that one. Now setting up a third down and 3. Now Bucky Irving, he's got some space. Very good blocking from the outside, and that one looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Could be caught. Not going to be caught on that one as he takes that one 36 yards into the end zone. Could have just taken it to the end zone easily, but given us a little bit of a tease on that one as he taunts our guys as he runs right past them at his jogging speed. So now Oregon will kick this ball off after taking that 35-0 lead. And this one, it looks like it's just going to be a kneel down. And now we will start from our own 25-yard line. So now Abdul Pace is going to hand that ball up to Marcus Seals, who is able to come back into the game, thankfully, after getting some treatment at halftime. as he picks up 3 yards on the rush, inside rush. Marcus Seals now on the outside, and he's going to go make a cut and find the first down on that one. That is a good run from him as he picks up the first down. So now that is completely wrapped up. The Oregon defense sold on the run, and they won on that sell. And now setting up a long 3rd down and 13 as we try and get just a few yards back, but that is going nowhere as Braden Swanson is able to pick him up. And now we've got a 4th and forever on this one, and Abdul Pace is going to find a cutting open Cortez on that one. He's going to go pick up 22 yards on that pickup. And with Marcelo Mobley out, we've got emergency quarterback Bryson Hill under the flex bone, and that is going to be some space. Could he take this one all the way? He's going to be caught from behind. A shoestring tackle, last second tackle, but that is 35 yards on the run. Very good run from him, but not quite enough speed to break free from this Oregon defensive speed. So now we are looking at scoring as we are now into the red zone as Marcus Seals picks up 5 yards on that play that started after a hold on the play previous. So now we're looking at a 3rd and long with 3rd and 13 as Abdul Pace comes in, does a play action on this one, and that is going nowhere. This is why we don't trust him on 3rd down and longs or any other longs. That is not a good throw on that one, and now we will settle for the field goal. And it is curved left, and it does not curve left. To make matters worse, that is going to be no good, leaving Oregon with a good defensive stop. And now Bucky Irving is going to go pick up 14 as we are just not fast enough to keep up with him. Another outside run, a handoff from him, and he's going to go pick up pretty much identical stats on that one as he picks up 18 yards on that rush. Then they got Fisher going in motion. Ian Hyven back to pass, and there you're going to find Terrence Ferguson on that one as he picks up 13 yards on that little flag route. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 18. Ian Hyven back to pass, and Deontay Thornton is going to go and pick up a 1st down as he was making that little slant route on the play. So the Oregon's got a good drive going. Fisher going in motion. Ian Hyven back to pass, and he's almost caught. Deontay Thornton is going to break free from the tackle, and that is going to lead to a 25-yard touchdown reception. Ian Hyven with 3 touchdowns on the day, and more importantly, 9 for 9 passing as we are not quite quick enough to bring him down on that one. His height as well, that was a big time difference from our player to his. That is what an athlete looks like. So now looking at another 3rd down and long. Abdul Pace, no time to throw on that one, and it's going to fall incomplete. Can't necessarily fault him on that one for throwing it behind the receiver, but we will punt the ball back to Oregon on this one as they do a fullback fake to a flip. Bucky Irving is going to be brought down on the tackle from Bernard Dawson on that one. Big stop from him, or else that was easily a touchdown. Bucky Irving again. Now Thomas Owens is going to meet him in the backfield. One of the first times that we get a tackle for a loss on the day. And Thomas Owens, first tackle on the day. That is not normal for him. Bucky Irving on the swing pass. He is dangerous out in open field. We're going to trip him up, but he will still pick up that 1st down as Oregon continues to drive down the field, leading 42-0. Another toss from Bucky Irving. He picks up a block, and nobody's going to catch him. Bernard Dawson has a chance, but is not going to catch him. 38-yard touchdown run from Bucky Irving. This has been a show for him. And now we will bring the backups into the game as we're trying to just get a little bit of momentum going into this next week as we try and keep us healthy, most importantly, as we're going to take on our rivals next week. That's Daniel Schaefer, our strong safety. He played a little bit of emergency quarterback in high school, so we can use him as our emergency quarterback more so than Bryson Hill, just a little bit, but wanted to keep him safe for the defensive side. But if we're bringing the backups in, we can bring Schaefer in as well. So now we've got a 3rd and 19, and, well, you would expect that. An incomplete pass, that's not his primary position. So that will lead to Oregon getting the ball back and Bucky Irving on the first play back, and that will lead to a touchdown. Ian Hyven keeping right up with him as Bucky Irving takes this one 64 yards to the end zone, just pushing the guy off just to make it look easy. He makes everything look easy. So we'll look at these last few runs here from Obi Hopkins on this one. We've got 6-yard pickup. Just need to get just a little bit of momentum. Obi Hopkins, he has been shut down like crazy from this defense. And now Obi Hopkins gets another run on this one. He's going to come up just short of that first down as we are continuing to drain this clock down, trying to get just a little bit of momentum going into next week. Obi Hopkins on the pitch on that fourth down, and he will pick it up. And that is just a little bit of momentum going into next week as we come home. And we will end this one with Bucky Irving dominating us, almost 300 yards rushing, 5 total touchdowns from him. Very good showing from this Oregon team. So we kind of expected this to happen in this game. It was pretty much, we knew that this is a national championship caliber type team, and they are just athletes that we just don't have. I mean, looking at the one play where Ian Hyven throws the ball to Deontay Thornton, and looking at the height that our guys have compared to his, like they just look fast, they look mean, they look athletic, and that's just something that we just cannot match up against, which is something that is kind of tough about these money games. Is we need the money, but this is kind of the results that we get. So a couple of explanations that I just wanted to explain a little bit to those that are wondering. I've tried something new with field goal attempts. One thing that I've seen in real life is that kickers usually find something to aim at, and it's usually the field goal post. So I went on those side ones, So on those wide field goals, I've been aiming at the post, and that time I just didn't push it enough and missed that one. And one other thing that you might ask about is, why don't we use Bryson Hill as our quarterback? Because of his speed, and every time he comes in the game, he just dominates. That's not something that I necessarily want to do, because I want to be able to play quarterbacks at their position. I don't necessarily want to play like a wide receiver or a halfback at a quarterback position. So that's why I don't use Bryson Hill and mostly use him as a emergency quarterback type of player. So we will be looking at this recruiting board here as we will try and increase our team. We've got some pretty good leads on a couple guys. Like I said in previous weeks, we've got a lot of JUCO guys on the team, so we're expecting this class to really just come in ready to play. Next year is going to be a telltale year for us. We are going a little bit less into money games and more into winnable games. So we're really trying to spend our money now and get these better players that are a little bit further away from home, so that we are ready to compete next year, because next year we want to be able to win more games instead of playing as many of these money games, which are really difficult. So we're trying to decrease our budget as well. It's been a little high, so we've dropped a couple guys off the board. And because of the drop, we've kind of looked into the defensive end position, definitely put in a little bit of work there, and found this Dustin Swan kid from Minnesota. So he will be expensive, but I think he's worth it because of that power moves and that block shed. He's got C tackle and C play recognition for a 1-star, JUCO junior, of course, but somebody like him could be really big for our defense, because I mean, we just get overpowered on all of the runs that we ever go up against. So we need to find some run stoppers to really just dominate the games. And somebody like him is going to be good enough to just start right away. So it would be nice to have him. So if we have Bubba Johnson and a guy like Dustin James, that'd be awesome. But looking at next week, we get our rivals, Billows Falls. They are a team that is not like the teams that we've been playing the last couple weeks, where we went up against a team like Utah or a team like Oregon. They are a team more our speed. They're in our region. They're a tier 4 team. They've got some good players up there at the front, but this is a big game and we're playing them at home. Would absolutely love to just come into this game and just absolutely dominate the game. Hopefully we're going to get Timmy Flanagan back after his upper body strain so that we have somebody to play backup QB, so that we don't have Bryson Hill or Daniel Schaefer as our quarterbacks in that. So hopefully we get Timmy Flanagan back. Marcelo Mobley doesn't necessarily look like he's going to be back next week and probably going to miss a couple weeks with his injury. It looked bad in the game. They helped him up just a little bit, but that didn't work out very well from him. So we will probably be missing him for the next little bit. Thankfully, Marcus Seals came back in this game, so we like to see that. And looking at our defense and these stats here, our newcomers have been really big for us. Our safeties have put in a lot of work, Thomas Owens, Daniel Schaefer, but really proud of our linebacker crew. We've got Sid Jamison, who's one of our walk-ons, but one of our better players from last year. Steven Burks has been awesome. Jamal Keys, he's a surprise freshman, 59 overall. He's been awesome. Alan Smith playing extremely well. Everybody else, haven't heard of them. So next week, we need to get some fire into our rivals next week as we play Delos Falls.